start. I forgot that. Maybe I should do some low resolution thingy. Maybe. I don't know how it actually looks like. Like, this is normal. Or not normal, this is what I usually have it set at. What's standard resolution? Is that even that different? Well, it's smaller for me, so I'll just up it. It's kind of the same, I guess. I knew you wouldn't be doing any car activities after school today before Mion even said anything. I've been invited over by Shion for an all-you-can-eat dessert. I made a point of leaving half my lunch uneaten. My expectation would be rivaled by my hunger. Kichi-kun, you seem kind of happy today. Did something good happen, did it? I guess it was obvious. Rina had questioned me with a happy look. That's right, why don't I invite Rina for dessert as well? If I recall correctly, Shion said something about having a ticket. I was the restaurant might be at administration by ticket only today. If that was the case, then having Rina be turned away from the door would result in the worst feeling ever. Yeah, I got a little lucky. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Rina, you'll definitely be jealous. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is it? What is it? I'm jealous, I'm jealous. This lucky thing, is it cute, is it? Cute? I wonder what Rina would think of the uniforms at Angel Mort. There would definitely be a critical here. Probably. It's probably pretty cute. What? I'm jelly, I'm jelly. What is it? What is it? What kind of fortune were you blessed with? Huh? Could it be your participant in the draw at Angel Mort about 2 months ago? And won? Hey now, I hadn't even transferred here 2 months ago. Oh, that's right. Then it's not the Angel Mort's Desserts Festa then. Michan, what is the Angel's Desserts Festa exactly? You know, there's that family restaurant called Angel Mort right by Akinomiya Station. Every season they hold an event to promote their new dessert menu. That's today. Oh, it's no use going. The restaurant is reserved for people who won the draw. Mion explained once again what Shion explained to me last night. Rina will have to stop by the restaurant sometime. I'll do my best to draw a win ticket and aim to enter the all-you-can-eat dessert event. All-you-can-eat event, hahaha, knock yourself out. By the way, this is just something I heard, but there's a rumor that the tickets are being sold on the black market for a pretty penny. How much for? Given that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had procured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turns out that the ticket was much more valuable. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again. As a thanks, I didn't know it was worth so much. I was whispered in a voice only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly. What? Did you say something? It would be a problem if she said something to me right now. That smile seems to be telling me as much. I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting any gratitude while she was Mion. Sure. I'll go to the restaurant today. I'll thank Mion while she's Shion. Well then, this old man will take his leave here. The work today is going to be a little rough later. Mion waved her hand energetically as she laughed. Hey, Kichi-kun, Min-chan has been kind of weird lately. She's elated or something. Huh? What? You think so? Min was pretty sharp when it came to those types of things. To me, Mion's doing the same as always, but Rina apparently felt something different. You don't know, Kichi-kun? I totally thought you knew. Rina's skirt fluttered as she spun around with a coy smile. No, what exactly? I was obviously weaseling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I don't really know what's going on. Why did Shion, persona of Mion that she'd created appear before me? Something was blatantly up, but Rina paid it no heed. Oh really? I wonder what it is then. When Mi-chan is in a good mood, so is Rina. How? Saying that she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I didn't know why, but Rina was in a good mood today. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of the cicadas seemed joyful. But you see, Rina abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had returned to a more somber one. You see, Mi-chan, lately, she's been in a lot of pain. What do you mean, pain? The pain that Rina was talking about probably wasn't physical. At first she tried to pretend it wasn't a big deal, but like a wound, it began to fester and grow. Eventually she was no longer able to bear the pain and woke up in the middle of the night. And then she phoned Rina. Mi-chan was crying. I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? What am I talking about, huh? What is Rina talking about, what? Hey, don't play dumb like that. Just now you said... I don't know. Rina doesn't know anything. How? Rina spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she steadied herself with her right hand against the wall. How the room is spinning. That was dumb. That's what you get for getting carried away and spinning like that. So sorry, how I think I feel sick. I lent the Ditz a shoulder to lean on. To be something around like a newborn, a foaler at this age is actually quite a feat. Rina, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to a chided her. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic Rina had brought up before never arrived. As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch was starting to show, as my stomach began to let out little growls. Alright, let's go to Angel Mort. It's time to face the land of endless desserts. Preparation for battle are complete. Tally ho. Angel Mort had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert festa only. Administrance by reservation only. Dessert festa today. Nonetheless, the front of the store was being stormed by over a dozen young men. Judging by how they were looking upwards and jealous instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Why would they gather here if they knew they couldn't get in? I found out the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps to enter the restaurant. Are you a participant? Do you have a ticket? Yeah, well, I was lucky. As soon as I said that, I was immediately robbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scum on a crowded train. Oh, what is going on? The reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could let up to 4 people inside. Oh, could it? Looks like that, huh? Seems like I should have invited Rina and the others. Thanks for the tip. But pretend I didn't hear that. With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, all their arms reached out at once like the souls of the damned seeking succor. That ticket can be admit up to 4 people. Please bring us with you. What selfish people. This was the only reason they were crowded in front of the restaurant. Dozens of wretched arms reached out for me like teeth on a giant rake, and grasped at the air. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance. What a heartless stick. Grab him. This isn't something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself into the restaurant. It was lucky that I had entered a different world. It was like the miserable throng of the damned hurdles curses at me from the other side of the glass door. Inside this completely soundproof and air-conditioned restaurant, with the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me, there were nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle. Good afternoon, welcome to Angel Mort. Due to today's desserts fiesta, the restaurant is reserved for customers who won the draw. Could I ask for your name and ticket? I don't have a ticket, but I should be on the guest list. Mabara. There it is. I'm sorry, but may I please have your full name? Kichi Mabara. My apologies for the inconvenience. You're here by special invitation, right? I'll show you to your seat. Please this way. The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with a dainty dessert that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived. Hello. Good afternoon, welcome to Angel Mort. Hey Shion, thanks so much for today. I really appreciate it. You were a bit late, so I was getting worried. I'm really happy you came though. It may have been because the customers were around that I told was less casual, but She still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile. Okay, as you can see there's a lot of customers here today. I'm not sure I'll be able to take a break. So when's the Watanagashi exactly? It's Sunday, right? But I don't know what day it is in the game. Please take your time and relax until I'm finished. When I'm done, let's go play somewhere, okay? I'm guessing the Watanagashi is when, like, things are gonna change again. Around then. Whispering just that last part in my ears, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen. Maybe it's because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even though a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter. Is this like Wednesday, or sorry to keep you waiting? Maybe it's more like Friday. While I was overrun by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, maybe it's a Saturday actually. Orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it, you can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. From dishes with general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience, there were absolutely no gaps in their repertoire. No matter how you look at it, I don't think one person can eat this much. Well, let's just leave it at that for now. I didn't feel relaxing in here at all, probably because the fervor inside the restaurants was clearly abnormal. All the other booth seats were crammed with a group of 4 people. Sleazy men were gouging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. It piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation, and what things I heard. Pant. Angel wants some away. Me? I bought my ticket for 70,000 on redacted auctions. 70,000? I told work that I was attending a relative's funeral. The uniform here are the greatest. I wonder if the waitress would wipe it for me if I spilled some water on my pants, right? Meow. Meow. I heard they're planning on selling angel mortar figures. We'll have to pay heed at the next Wonder Festival. They sell used angel mortar uniforms on the 4th floor of redacted Akihabara, but they cost 28,000. That's a lot. 'Tis an absurd price. Animal cost 80,000 when Goba closed down. The going rate for theirs was 12,000. That's the price for used ones. Knockoffs are less than half of that. A knockoff from redacted is fine with me. I wonder if they'll start selling them. Then I'll put it on my life-size figure I did buy off redacted for several 100,000. If I can wake up every day to an angel from Angel, then I'll really get my gears going. The words spinning out their mouth were pretty much all incomprehensible jargon, but they were so keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality. That's a lot of money. Sorry to keep you waiting. The next dessert is tropical cinnamon love affair. Love affair? Something the matter? No, it's kind of different inside the restaurant today. Our restaurant is pretty famous in their circles. Well, we were aiming for that, so it's all well and good. But during Festas there, something of the more hardcore crowd, so it can be a bit of a handful. The waitress informed me quietly with a weary smile. The customers seemed rather riled up, almost like a pack of hyenas. Seems like a lot of customers today came from unreasonably far away. Those types of people are fairly prone to losing their self-control, so it's a little scary. If you don't keep your guard up, something bad can happen. What does she mean by keep your guard up? At that moment, a large crack resonated through the room. I turned around and started to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer. Wait, isn't that Shion? I'm sorry. Your food is Oh, what have you done? The jeans that I bought at a certain specific shop for a whole, oh, 1.8, 1,800 yen are sticky with frosting. Pants. Hmm. What the hell is that? Someone who just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy. Isn't 1,800 like only 18? Because it's divided by 100, right? Why would he mention that? How tragic. It seems that the mixed waitress here will have to wipey it off from the bottom of our hearts. The conversation seemed suddenly veered up in our direction. Hey, what did he say? Wipey, did he mean that she wants to wipe him down? Right over that, obviously, apparent tent he had pitched over his crotch. But that is, wipey. The wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked over to a bit more experienced waitress for help, but was only met with a head shaking up of pity. Shinozaki-san was tripped. Customers who do that to purposely get their clothes dirty have been on the rise lately. So you're saying she was tripped? Then what happened just now wasn't an accident, it was on purpose? The regular girls are careful about it, so they definitely won't end up like that, but Shinozaki-san isn't only a seasonal hire, so she held her guard down. The customers today could easily pick on that, so she's been targeted since this morning. What's the manager doing? He should just kick those thugs out. We're in the service industry, so there's nothing much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. Shion trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hand as she turned bright red. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his crotch on full display. The mentally unprepared, a trembling hand reached forward, goaded on by onlookers. Come on. It is time for the wipey. From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle. I could just smile wearily at that. From one's point of view, this was obviously pure humiliation. You seem like it wouldn't be embarrassing if you were in the other position. When I was trapped by those thugs, I had been paralyzed with fear. Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was, Shion was also partly to blame for this, and it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lose situation. It's not like they were going to eat Shion alive or anything. It would be alright if I just consoled her afterwards. Even if I was scared, but Ki-chan was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time my roles were reversed. Take Kichimabara. If you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her? You scared Kichimabara? At that time, Shion no Mion didn't even show a hint of hesitation. What about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not really hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? Now resign yourself to your fate. Bwahahaha. Shut up, you greasy fat ass. Get out here before I get angry. I grasped Sean's shoulders firmly and pulled her behind me. Wait, want you to sit down? How did you get up so quickly? Ki-chan, seems you don't understand. Yonder waitress was the one who wet my pants. This is her punishment. The one who's punishing is you. Enough with those empty words. If you're a man, talk with your fists. That smash. My body was lifted into the air like it's nothing. I was thrown right back into my seat. This guy is strong. No matter how you look at it. Athletic and Leonardo aren't even in the same area code. Hehehe. Many otakus are unexpectedly well versed in some obscure martial arts. Don't be misunderstanding us. This man's smirk showing off his gum line. Kichi, Chan, are you okay? Damn it, how lame must I look now? You were tripped, weren't you, Shion? The ones who are in the wrong They're the ones who are in the wrong here, so don't let them take advantage of you. That may be, but it was still my fault. Whoa, one more time. Let's do it. Snap that crash. Don't you go thinking that this is enough to make me give up. One more time. Whack, snap, duck. Duck? Wahahaha. Oh, ho 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 ho. You're all taught. I'm not done yet. Rise my will to fight. Meow. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the large ball. Each time I moved my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that viscous slow flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our difference in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us, where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of rightful anger, but it flew towards his face slowly, like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that with a smirk on his face. The fat so easily slipped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized until now, but in this myriad of time, I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whiffed punch, and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arm of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. So I'm still getting beat up in slow motion. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense as a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this viscous region of time, I was unable to struggle. I could only avoid dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Crash. You lack training, young man. I was loath to admit it, but against someone trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force or will alone. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat. Oh, you got restored. Thankfully you weren't injured. The more experienced waitress from before wiped the sweat from my brow with a towel. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion shrugged over. Are you okay? Doing that all for my sake? I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, I wasn't much help. I've never won a fight before. No, you're just trying to make me happy. You're just trying to make me happy, I'm not joking. It's just that I was thinking that it was lucky Ki-chan was here today. As she said that, she stuck her tongue out teasily. She wiped off the whipped cream from the washcloth she was holding in her hands. Miyazaki-san, you can take your break now. You still have 1 or 2 hours left, don't you? No, it's fine. Even though it's just a part-time, it's still a paying job. I want to work properly while I'm still on the clock. So, really, you don't have to worry about me. If you couldn't even put up a brave front, I would never even think for a second that Mion could be this weak. This was Shion, and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff. That was reality. Like Ki-chan, don't mind me. Please eat as much as dessert as you want. When you're done, we'll have you fill out a survey. Well then, I've got to get back on the floor. After some counseling words and sympathetic smile to Shion, the other waitress started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her. Excuse me, could I borrow your phone? The phone? It's by the register. I'll show you where. I pulled a 10 yen coin from my wallet. This wasn't about saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact, but I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now wasn't the time for tears. I had to fight. Alright, cool. 1 ticket's good for 4 people, right? Is it alright if I call 3 more people over? Yes, that's fine. For the time being, I'll write them down on the guest list. Could I have their names? I turned around and glared at the greasy hooligan who subjected Shion to that humiliation. There are 3 things that aren't working in your favor today, punk. The first is that I own Shion, the second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to throw away his pride to win, and the third is that we're the most powerful club members in history. History of what? The club. Like, who else would be in that roster? Well, I guess Mion, but you're not gonna call her. There's also, Satoshi. Like, not many people. Mina Higura, Satoko Hojo, and Rika Furudu to the guest list. Understood, I'll do that. I'll have the best and most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes, you badass. Compared to me, your maker. This is a nice restaurant. Oh, the uniforms are so cute. Mina wants to wear them. Oh. On top of that, we're being treated to dessert. I'm deeply moved. Eat as much as you like. Don't worry about my share. Kichi-san, enough with the charades. Let's get to the point. Rina and Rika put down their forks when Satoko broached the subject. After looking at them for a few moments, I pushed my head into the table. I beg of you, I don't care if you make fun of me or how pathetic I am, please lend me your strength. The three of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless listened to what I had to say without making fun of my usual behavior. What's the matter? Something happened in it, didn't it? Actually, Mion's younger sister Shion is working part-time at the restaurant. Ah, that's the little sister you're talking about, right? Could it be her? Could it? She resembles her. She resembles her. Resembles? That's just Mion with her hair down, isn't it? Yep, I didn't know what to say. Could you say that's Shion, then that's Shion? They might be twins, but can they really look that much alike? They're called, monozygote twins. They really can look identical. Mina gave the most plausible explanation so everyone else was convinced. Well then, do you believe me? I'll get to the point then. I recounted everything that just happened. Ashia was talking how she was antagonized with the customer and had the humiliation that was faced upon and how incredibly pathetic I was. I included everything without trying to hide it. That's awful. Poor Shi-chan. However, for you to be unable to help her, there should be a limit to how unsightly you can be. There's nothing I can say to that. Satoko-chan, to admit that you lost and to seek help is very difficult to do. Kichi-kun chose to help Shion rather than save his pride. So pathetic. Rina followed up, stung a bit, but I could only be thankful that she understood. Satoko was calling me all sorts of names, but there was no malignant intention behind her words. Then what should we do? Her voice was monotone, but there's a hint of resolve in her words. I practiced Satoko's suggestions, suggestive silence in kind, my own quiet resolve. Well, I thought it would be something like that. It's a bit much for Ki-chan to handle alone, huh? Then you'll help? Of course, Kikachi-kun will help anyone who's being bullied. I remember when I was cornered by those thugs what Shion said about the strong feelings of solidarity in Himizawa really began to hit home. However, Kichimabara, now is not the time to get choked up by tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight. Sorry, I owe you one. You tried your best but didn't stand a chance alone. How sad, how sad. Yuka-chan patted my head gently, but there was no mindless pity in the palm of that hand. It was overflowing with a strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us. Wow. You can't join us due to various circumstances, so I'll temporarily be taken to command. Our strategy will resolve around Shion's defense and the extermination of the enemy's combat capability. Who's the enemy? Are there a lot of them? From this point forward, anyone who messes with Shion is an enemy combatant. There are no rules of engagement. Compensation will be the dessert you just ate. Any questions? Everyone had entered club mode. Their eyes peered at the riffraff clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Rika-chan held up her hand. What is it, Rika-chan? Do we have to show mercy? Of course we don't have to do that. We have no need to show mercy to the rabble that would dare lay a finger on Mion's little sister. Then it's okay, Kichi. Rika-chan was serious. She was really ready to pretty much murder someone. I'm counting on you, Rika-chan. I, Kichimabara, shall assume all responsibility without them. Ha 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 ha. Alrighty. Rina's going to do her best too. Sorry, please do. Kichi-san, you don't have to be so tense. We'll just wait and see. By the time you finish that, half-eight, we'll have cleaned up too. Talk about speed. Well then everyone, let's give it our all. Go for it. Yay. Yay. Thus the most powerful warband the world has ever known, trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader. But when you consider our club activities, I was by far the most junior member. Individually, everyone besides me had terrifying combat capabilities. If all of them mind the strength to protect Shion, I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring. Shinzaki-san, 5 deluxe parfaits for table 7. Sure thing. Shion carried the order to the table. For Shion to carry all 5 parfaits without wobbling took so much effort. She didn't have the breathing room to pay attention to her feet. Comrades, here comes. She comes yet again. This time we'll have her spill everything on my pants and have her wipe me right down to my underwear. It's the same wipe scheme that had occurred just a short time earlier. This time another one of them was trying to it out for himself. The very depravity of these men was itself before that attack. Rina, this is Kichi. Ambush him around the tables, 5 and 6. Rina, do you copy? The restaurant's uniforms so cute. Oh, I want to take them home. Shion, her bottom swaying while carrying the parfaits, was being chased by an equally swaying Rion. She was supposed to be escorting Shion, but Rina was instead transfixed by the back of her uniform. From a normal person's point of view, it was probably like having a fox guard a hen house, but when it comes to Rina, things are different. Shoot mode 120% synchronization. We've won. When Rina's in that state, even the laws of physics don't apply. Shion's legs unsteadily and defenselessly being targeted by those sleazebags. Now my comrades. Hail Mind Viewer, a shining Lucifer of the Harumi Mecha. A leg snake out to trip Shion's defenseless feet. Egads, 2 of them at once. Thap thap thap. Yeah. Oof. Hurrah. Happened in an instant. 3 fools writhed in pain as their legs bent at unnatural angles. Ag. Oh, what is this madness? Rina teed interview and gave them a warning. How? No mischief, okay? No means no. Rina going to be the one to take her home. The girl, what's with that strange technique? The humans scum clutched at their bruised ankles as they passed out. That's our Rina-san. No matter how many times I see it, it's always frighteningly quick. This is an unbreakable barrier. Anyone within a 2-meter radius who attacks Shion is completely obliterated by Rina. As Shion was making her rounds through the restaurant, there were people here and there collapsing with welts on their legs and arms. Oh, Kichi-kun, this is Rina. There's nobody left that will bother Shi-chan, so I'm gonna take her home now. Rina, this is Kichi. Good work. Please continue the mission. Also, permission to take her home denied. I repeat, permission to take her home denied. Then I'll just look how... I guess just looking is fine. That wouldn't prevent her from guarding Shion, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess with Shion. Anyone who was clutching at their arms or legs while they were writhing in pain was basically branded by their bruise. Currently, we have finished identifying all enemy forces. Proceeding to the next phase. Satoko, this is Kichi. What's your status? This is Satoko. That's a rude way to ask. Kichi-san, exactly who do you think I am? Satoko was in the kitchen. She had spread out a sketch of the restaurant on the counter and repel with other chit-chats and their destinations, and was now sorting through the freshly made desserts. Hey, what are you doing? Now, Shinzaki-san. It's all right. Just leave it to her. More importantly, we're taking all these orders out at once. So I'm counting on you. Gretchen just was briskly directing her junior as the trays went out one after another. All the desserts that had passed through Satoko's hands were delivered at once. How... Look at the cute desserts are coming. How... I think you know this, but don't touch them. At least if you value your life. I know, but how... Suddenly there were incredibly cute looking desserts. They were all the works of art that you could enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Satoko had meddled with them, they were nothing more than an unpredictable danger. Just fully ignorant of that fact, with the men's now stuffing their faces. Unk. This is... Ugh. Almost right away, they realized that something was wrong. Satoko, what are you mixing there? You couldn't have been salt or Tabasco, right? My, what are you saying, Kichi-san? You said no mercy. I may not look like it, but when I get down to business, I like to be very thorough. As she said that, she twirled a dubious pillar in her finger before putting it away smartly into her pouch. Mika, this is Satoko. The customers are moving. Escort duty is all yours. Leave it to me. Come to think of it, I don't see Rika-chan anywhere. Where could she be lurking? Clatter clatter. Several men stood up suddenly, in their seats surveying the restaurant or something. The restless fidgeting had a look of relief when they found a single placard hanging from the ceiling. Written on the placard was the word restroom. They began mad rush into the direction. It wasn't just one or two people. All the people that were branded as the enemy were standing up in their seats while clutching at their stomach. Like, I think I was a bit too greedy. Where's the washroom? Me too. Me too. Not a Nyamba 1, but a Nyamba 2. I need to cast me out. Where's the toilet? I found it. You're in for it now. I felt dirty just thinking about what Satoko probably did to their desserts. The problem was had to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of men to the washroom. The narrow hallway connecting to the washroom was crowded with around 10 men. What is this? As I peered over to see what was happening, whoa. It seemed that the toilet was clogged and backflowing, unleashing a loud gargling sound and a terrible stench. There's no way it could be used in this state. Damn that Satoko, what a frightening display of power. But this wasn't Satoko's doing. It was divine punishment. Yet they were just so lucky. I'll just apologetically ask one of the employees here to clean it up. I can't do my business like this. Ugh. What do we do, meow comrades? It was a brilliant combination of traps, but it would be better if they were one more push to the kicker. Seeing as it was Satoko, she wouldn't have overlooked that. Yeah, that's it. That it's coming to this. It's time for the last resort. Faced with a moral dilemma, that man only had one of the options: women's restroom. Isn't using the girls' room going to get us in trouble? I'm pretty sure there's no female customers today. Why didn't I think of that before? Women's restrooms are the best. What a brazen bunch you are. The men, sweat now pouring from their bowels, made a mad rush into the girls' restroom room without any hesitation. Yep. There was a girl in there. It was Rika-chan. The men stood there frozen in various complicated poses, indicated their surprise. Rika-chan also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events, but the look on her face was strangely perfect. This was all part of the plan as well. You sly dog, Rika-chan, I should never underestimate you. This, you see, Medi muscly meat. The men's room is a bit dangerous at the moment, so we just want to borrow the toilet here, meow meow. Me. But I guess it's not right after all. Right, my comrades? Just by having a girl standing there in the restroom, I never knew it could be such an overwhelming barrier. There's no way anyone could be brave enough to live to Rina. You could turn out of the way to try to do their business. This was what the most they could do after all. If you were a man in full club mode, for example, someone like me, they would plow through Rika-chan without a second thought. Now, what are you gonna do, you fat asses? The price for tormented Shion still hasn't been paid. If you're in trouble, I can help you. That would be much appreciated. How would you do that? You can use one of the toilets outside. I'll show you to them. That would be perfect. Please. At this rate, it will end up becoming a group, anima furry. Rika-chan, with a pleasant smile on her face, guided them with a casual stride in her step. In this race against time, her slow pace was sadistic torture. Medi, Mosul, is this toilet far from here? We'll get there soon. Following Rika-chan's directions, they were about to leave the restaurant. Kichi-kun, finish it. Give them hell. Yeah, leave it to me. I split my arms and blocked them as they tried to leave the restaurant. What is the meaning of this? We're at de facto 1 here. Listen up, you tub of lads. You know what happens if you step foot outside the door, right? What is the meaning of this preposterous statement? Haha, look it's written here right on the ticket. No valid for re-entry, see? You're free to use any toilets you want, but the moment you step outside, then you can't come back in. Boom. You remember this. I don't want you guys, anyone who says scary things like that. Everyone panicked as Rika-chan began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off. Thank you very much for coming, we shall return. Clang clang. The bell rang playfully as the door shut behind them. They're gonna return? Maybe. I don't think they're gonna return in this game though, but I could see them in later chapters. How pathetic. Too easy. Haha, we did it, yay. Actually, maybe they could return in the Watanagashi festival, because that's a big thingy. Other than that, I don't see a reason for them to come here. Mina and Satoko clapped their hands together. Phew, I couldn't hold a candle to those guys by myself, but when we get the group together, we send them packing like a herd of cattle. With opponents this week, any of us could have taken them on by ourselves. Kichi-san, you need to up your game. I was loath to admit it, but Satoko was right, damn it. One day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them. But I'm really glad we were able to protect Mi-chan's little sister. Now there's none of those bad guys who were pulling pranks left. You're best to have such wonderful friends, Rinazaki-san. The veteran waitress was also smiling. After the herd was sent packing, it had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. Shion was flustered as she glanced between us and the empty seats. You did that for me, I mean. Shion's expression was somewhat between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face was slightly red as she went to the kitchen. Well, Shu-chan is cute. They really are twins, ho. Given Shion's personality, there's no way she would think us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her. I think you know this already, but Shinazaki-san is very grateful. As a representative of the floor staff here, I also express my gratitude. Clap, clap, clap. The applause quickly spread throughout the entire restaurant. Not only the waitresses, but also the customers that were genuine there to enjoy the desserts. Everyone was lauding our efforts. Bum bum, bum 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 bum. They spent so much money on it as well. When we had mostly finished eating and were filling out the surveys, Rika-chan made her return. Oh, good work. Did everything go alright? It took a while. Sorry, I got a little lost on the way back. It was a lot of trouble. Haha. Rika-chan actually straight down pretty strange road, but she gets lost pretty often. I actually get lost guiding people to a nearby toilet. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Rika has a lot of strong points, and that more than makes up for that. I can see that. The expression in the girls' room was quite the sprain. Kichi was being horrible. He was thinking if I were in their shoes, I would just run her over and rush into the washroom. What? Did what I was thinking show up on my face again? Kichi-kun was a pervert. No, I mean what? Wahahaha. Wahahaha. I could laugh about it then, but a few days later, a newspaper headline read, 10 identified men were taken into custody in Hidihama. The men claimed they had traveled from Shinobon City by foot to find a toilet, but the spot they were taken in custody was XX kilometers away from Shinobon. When I read that in the article, I realized how terrifying Rika-chan really was. Oh. Well thanks for treating me. I'm happy that you called me here today. Oh, are you going home already? You can stay a little longer. I was in the middle of organizing some drawers. Leave it like that, I won't be able to put out the futon. Ah, I guess that's true. Oops, looks like I pulled out a bad time. Yeah. When Rina phoned her, she was in the middle of cleaning her room, but she still came. Well, It was an emergency, so it couldn't be helped. Besides that, I got to eat lots of sweets, so I'm very happy. Thanks for today. Sorry for calling you out so suddenly. Tell Shi and I said bye. I'll be taking my leave as well then. Rina-san, please take your time. Yes, I will. Yeah, I will. Later. Later, alligator. Ryuga-chan and Toko in a good mood, horsed around with each other as they left. Oh, it's Higurashi as they cry. Rina staying? While Rina and I were having a discussion about the desserts we just ate, Xiang provided with some coffee. Oh, did the two little ones leave already? Hearing that, them calling the little ones was so strange, I inadvertently burst out laughing. Ha ha ha. Apparently they were in the middle of cleaning, so they went home. Xiang had brought enough coffee for 4 people. I heard from my senior, it seems that you went through a lot of trouble for my sake. It was no trouble at all, none other than Shi-chan was in a pinch after all. Was it alright if I call you Shi-chan? It matches me-chan so much so I thought it was cute. Oh well, whatever you want. Shion seemed a bit hesitant when Rina started talking to her. Rina's pretty sharp about these things, so Shion was probably worried that Rina would find out she was Mion talking like this. Shion said she would have work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind coffee for just the two of us. She was a bit upset with Rina. Maybe she thought I was too friendly, how? She's just embarrassed. Still, they really do look the same. Instead of twins, it's like there's another Mi-chan. They look the same, but the atmosphere around them, or rather their insides, are completely different. I think those types of twins are pretty interesting though. You think, Kichi-kun? I think they're identical on the inside too. The senpai became silent. Rina was just staring at the pattern the milk made on the surface of her coffee, without saying a word. Someone like me who could never stop talking, it was a rather uncomfortable moment. Rina's oft-put mannerism seemed to imply I had said something I shouldn't have. The unpleasantness carried on for a little while. Rina, you said it today, right? That Mion was hurting? Did I say something like that? Don't play dumb with me. You definitely said it on the way home from school. Rina answered by laughing while counting to play dumb. Questioning if she had said it. As thick-headed as I was, I had a faint realization. Rina wanted to say that I was the one who hurt Mion. But when? Me. Hypothetically, if something like that happened, it's not something I did out of malice. I continued the conversation but left out the assumption that I hurt Mion. Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think Kichi-kun had any bad intentions. Rina replied, also leaving out the assumption that I had hurt Mion, but that confirmed it. I didn't know how it happened, but it seemed that I had hurt Mion. Rina was upset with me due to the fact that I hadn't realized. I don't want you to misunderstand. It's not like Rina's mad at you. Seeing right through what I was thinking, Rina said that as she smiled even more gently than usual. It's just that, how do I say this? It's hard. If I made a mistake, please say so clearly. I'm so thick-headed I discussed even myself. If there's something I should apologize for, then I just want to make note even a little quicker, so I can make up for it. I don't think that Kichi-kun made a mistake. Depending on how you look at it, Mi-chan might be the one who's being unfair. Taking the stance that the girl was the one being unfair might be unfair in itself. But what Rina said was draped in mystery. Unfortunately, I had no idea what she meant. The only thing I got out of it was that what I said or something I've done seems... The only thing I got out of it was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt Mion. I'm begging you, Rina. Mion is one of my best friends. I don't want to leave something between us that will cause problems later on, so tell me. How did I hurt her? I can't tell you. You need to realize something like that by yourself. Rina was smiling like she always did, but spoke so bluntly. The fact that she had this strength of will surprised me for a moment. I'm asking you because I can't figure it out, you know. My tones had inadvertently become harsh. Rina was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her flat demeanor. Well then, I guess just a hint is fine. This is special, okay? Sorry, please. I'll think about this seriously. Rina looked around the restaurant searching for Shion. Shion was working enthusiastically, but that confidence as usual. Shi-chan, if she ties up her hair, it's impossible to tell her apart from Mi-chan, right? Yeah, that's true. So if Michan let down her hair. Would she be impossible to tell apart from Shi-chan? Probably. But what does that have to do with anything? What if that her being the younger twin was a lie, and that she was just Michan pretending to be her sister? What would you think? Mina was sharper than her daily behavior bellowed. I was hesitantly in verbal affirmation that, but it was the right answer. It might be unfair to answer a question with another question, so it is so they both are the same person then? But if, like you say, Mina just pretended to be Shion, what purpose would that serve? To maintain silence for a while, Rina glanced off the clock. Tick tock, tick tock. That's what I wanted you to think about. This was maybe too much of a hint. How, after thanking me for the dessert, Rina stood up from her seat. Sorry, I also wanted to buy a few things, so it's about time I left. Is it okay with you if you tell Shion I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye? Yeah, I'll tell her. Too much of a hint, I can't figure it out. Sorry. Huh? That Rina is so short-tempered, sorry for getting angry. Kichi-kun isn't the only one at fault here. Rina was harsh in her apology, but I was the one who really should be apologizing. I think Jimmy-chan is something that doesn't bother her as much anymore. If you want to forget the whole thing happened, that's fine too. But you see, as a girl, I would hope that Kichi-kun realizes it by himself and comes to apologize of his own volition. How? Finished the queue mode, only at the end she disappeared in the direction of the register. Ba ba ba. While I was staring into space, somebody suddenly tapped me on the shoulder. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hahaha, I'm finally done. It was Shion who had changed into her street clothes. She flashed a smile while greeting me. Thank you so much for today, everything was delicious. We were able to really be happy with it. Oh no, don't mention it. I'm glad everyone had fun, huh? That girl was just here left as well. She had some shopping to do. She said she was leaving. Sorry for leaving without saying anything. I see. Well then, should we leave as well? Even though I'm off duty, I'm still pretty nervous around the workplace. We ended up strolling around without any destination in particular. I had been sitting the entire time, so I was in need of a breath of fresh air. The Higurashi. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness. Hello. Ah, it's gone dark already, even though I promised I would finish early. Shion seemed upset that there wasn't much time left. Oh well, at least we've got a little time to chat like this. Saying that, Shion set out with a tree-aligned bow levered behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen heading home. Well then. I guess I should start with an introduction. I was mistaken for my sister when we first met, so we never got to properly introduce ourselves. I could only smile and laugh wearily. My name's Shion Shinazaki. I'm only similar to my sister in appearance. My sister is rough around the edges and hot-tempered, but I'm composed and a methodical person. I remember what Venus and I had been talking about earlier. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were completely different. While Venus said they were both the same. I don't know what tipped her off, but Venus figured out that Shion was Mion. Also related to that, she said that I had hurt Mion. Venus had given me one hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Shion? I don't know. Shion, what did you hear about me from Mion? My sister seems to have taken a liking to you. She talks about you quite a bit. Like about club activities and by getting pranks and pranking you back. Boyish kind of stories. You really do get along. Boyish kind of stories, huh? Come think of it, I think there was something Shion had told me before. T-chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Well, what was that? Was that what had hurt Mion? Mion herself said that she'd wish she'd been born a boy, and that being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she? Yeah, that's how the toy thingy, wasn't it? Q-chan, you look like you're having fun. Oh no, that's not true. Even though you're bad at hiding things, you sure like to lie, don't you? So I don't hate you for that. Saying that, she lightly chopped my forehead. even though Shion was enjoying herself, I was still trying to figure out how I hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring that out. That result Rina had left me with. Hey, see that? Don't you think it's pretty? You think even a guy would find it pretty? From here it is pretty. Shion was having fun window shopping, dragging me right all sorts of stores I've never known me enter. It wasn't like she was begging me to buy her anything, and I wasn't getting bored either. It was just something to talk about, as we walked around. In an easygoing way, we browsed through numerous stores. We discussed all sorts of topics I knew nothing about, but I didn't lose interest. I had the feeling she was good at conversations. Ki-chan, is this the first time doing this kind of thing? Yeah, it is. If somebody didn't bring me to these accessory stores, I don't think I would settle in one of them my entire life. Not that. I meant more like this, bruh. I leaned back with Shion suddenly linked arms with mine. Hey, you don't have to act so surprised. It's not embarrassing to link arms with a girl, is it? Shion's expression was a little weird, miffed, but was suggestive at the same time. I'm not that embarrassed. If you want some arms, I can spare one or two here. It's 2 arms? Hehehehehe. Ki-chan, you really know how to entertain someone. I see why my sister took a liking to you. If you don't want my arm, I'm taking it back. Ahaha. Come on. I'm happy to have it. Laughing in good spirits, she unlocked her arms with mine. My heart skipped a beat. So this question might be a bit mean, but I want to enjoy seeing your reaction. Ki-chan, have you ever been arm in arm with a girl before around a bonfire at a field trip? Doesn't count, by the way. That little devil. She was asking that question swimming pool and wondering what the answer would be. When the field trips are out, this is rough. I thought as much. That impish laugh, it really is the same as Mion's. You really are Shion, right? You're not just Mion saying that you're Shion, are you? Are you thinking that my sister might pretend to be me? I thought you were twin just now, but that messing around is just like Shion, or just like Mion. You're just saying that you can tell us apart easy. What do you mean by that? If my sister was holding your arms like this, would you get nervous? I would. I'd be completely on edge worrying about when she would get me in an arm lock. Shion laughed so hard, she had to hold onto her sides. Hey, is it really that funny? You're tearing up. No, it's just, I was just thinking about how hopeless my sister is. She isn't even able to get a young man hot and bothered while she's arm in arm with him. She really is a failure as a woman. I remember once again heard somebody say something like that before. Sometimes I think that my sister would have been better off if she'd been born a boy. If she did, I might have fallen for her. Just kidding, haha. I did say something about wanting to be born a boy. My sister's on the fence as to whether she wants to be a boy or a girl. Well, I'm surprised she pays for an awkward lifestyle. Just leave her be. You've been saying some pretty harsh things about your sister right now. Mion has soft parts to her that I don't like. The way that Shion talked somehow sounded cold. Shion, do you not get along with Mion? Well, we get along well enough. Still, there's a few things for which I can't forgive her for as a sister. Hey, look at that. Don't you think it's cute? What? Accessories again? I turned around to look at where Shion was pointing. There was a familiar display window of the toy store. Same shop that was the stage for the incident that occurred during last Sunday's club activities, not Saturdays. What Shion was pointing out was was a display with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like the sort a girl would like. I wonder why girls like these kind of things. It's because they're cute. Don't you think they're cute, Ki-chan? I'm a man, so I don't really get the vibe. Now. Which one do you think is the cutest out of all these, Ki-chan? Shion pulled at my arm, motioned to the row of dolls. They were all lined up like they were close sisters taking a commemorative photo. A few of them seem strangely familiar. I've seen those four somewhere. Oh, I guess they really are famous. If even you know about them, Shion sounds impressive. These are the new dolls that were brought over from England. They still had some available here, but around the city, there had been trouble keeping them on the shelves, even though they're supposed to be inexpensive. It seems they're starting to come out as premium. I guess girls still like this kind of things even as they grow up. It depends on the kind of person, but I think girls who don't like dolls and stuffed animals are pretty far in between. Even my tomboyish sister said they were pretty adorable. Oh, even Mion said they were doable? That is pretty amazing. That's right, I just remembered. What? Store only gave this one to us after Saturday's event. Except for Mion, who was a relative. Everyone had gotten something. I really do think that one's the best. That frilly dress really gives it something. That's it. That's the one the shop only gave to me. So it seems. Shion replied softly but clearly. Uncle Yashiro gave those out as a thank you for helping out lining up things at the Sunday event. It seems he brought them to the four friends my sister brought along. So you got the doll with the dress then. What did you think? It was really cute, right? As a man, there's no way I would think he was cute. So what did you do with the doll? I wasn't really gonna do anything with it. So I gave it to someone. To who? As she laughed, I could hear an audible click run through my head, like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapping into place. Jigsaw puzzle. Thank you very much for today, everyone. You made the event turn out great. I'll just go over here actually, it's fine. It's not much, but here's something extra for today. Uncle Yorishiro, isn't there something for me too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? While Satoko and Rika-chan opened up their bags, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. Wow, they're really so cute. Can I take them home? I really can. Which means there's something for me too. Whoa, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed animal wearing a beautiful dress, one you would play with you would use to play house. Rina's eyes seemed to be as fixated on it. I see. It wasn't just Rina, Satoko, and Rika-chan. There was one other person who seemed jealous. Ahahaha, Ki-chan got one of those that fits him the least. And wanting for her expression to give it away, she had said that to hide her embarrassment. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty, I can admit it's adorable, but that with changeable clothes is If you walk around without, you'll be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mion's usual teasing way of talking. I looked around to see who I should give this doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her, but I didn't. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rina? Thank you. Turning away from Mion's covetous gaze, I gave the doll to Rina. Mion's smile bored into my back. There's no way I couldn't have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, wouldn't it have just been the standard practice to give it to her? That time I had noticed that something was wrong. That's why I said it. I was just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rina, then walking the street at night would be scary. Hahaha, no doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the time I didn't notice. I thought to give it to Mion, but why didn't I? You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize that I had hurt her. That's right. Mion is more serious for cool things, so I think having you help out here was the right choice, huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. The uniform would never suit someone like Mion, but with Shion I think it works. Huh? You mean that? Shion, like Rina often does, face and turn red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed really happy that I complimented Shion, saying that it didn't suit me on that, but that it suited. Shion saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy. Mion's younger twin sister, she's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right, we look the same, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality. I think when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. But Mion, she's a cute and cheerful girl. Mion had a strange face that was both angry and happy at the same time. Seemed that she was happy that I said Shion was cute. Sneaking a look inside the box to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There's an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? There's nothing like a ton of hot food just mixed in there, something like that, right? Jeez, I'm not my sister, I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. It's not my sister. That was the one who said it. That was how she said it. Shion was insistent that she wasn't Mion. She was saying that she was Shion and that I shouldn't think of her as Mion. But Mion was Shion, it carried a special meaning. Michan is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy. That's what Rina said. But you see, even though that Mion is actually really feminine, Rina, how much did Mion pay you exactly? That's not true. Geez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation you know? Rina began to pout now, probably wasn't the right time to joke around. Michan has become president, so she's trying really hard to lead everyone. But she's a really cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Kichi-kun. There never was a riddle to begin with. Rina was saying the answer right from the beginning. Color. So then, I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, I know Kichan didn't mean anything wrong. At least he didn't intend to. Yeah, Kichi-kun isn't the type to hurt others, so there's no reason for you to feel hurt by this, Michan. And what is it? Frustration, sadness? I don't know I don't know it at all. Did you want it? The doll, I mean. Even if you gave it to me, Rina, that wouldn't solve everything. You're right. How about this, Michan? Try asking Kichi-kun. You might be able to solve the problem if you tackle it head on. There's no way I could do something like that. Is it too embarrassing to do it now? I want to try again, as someone other than Mion. This time, I want to be honest with myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty fond of this relationship I have with Kichi-chan. This might be selfish, but one more time. Kichi-kun will definitely notice. And when that's true, we'll cheer you on too, so let's find a way for you to erase your sadness. Believe me, I won't. Anything happen that'll make you cry, Michan, so Shion and Michan are the same person then? Cause the story seems to be going that way, right? I'll believe. Okay. Kichi-kun will definitely come to understand. He'll say he's sorry for saying something so, callous, and he'll bring you to the store and buy that doll for you as a present. Yeah. And then Michan, you'll say thank you. You can't fool around, say it honestly. Yeah. Whoa. If I say I wanted it, Kichan, would you buy it for me? Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. I would have effectively began to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment. But like Mion, I quelled that impulse. Okay, Mion, as thanks for everything until now, I'll buy you whichever one you want. Her voice cracked without unfamiliar words. It was enough to let Mion. I'm trying her best, I try my best as well. But I'm not Mion, I'm Shion. Shion then, I'll buy it for you, Shion. Shion looked down, red-faced. She pointed at the doll in the dress through the store window. Is it really okay? Okay. The one in the dress is a bit expensive, isn't it? This isn't a matter of price, this is a matter of feelings. Okay. When I was saved by Kichan from those unsavory customers today, I was very happy. Even though my co-workers didn't save me, Kichan did. You grabbed me by the shoulder really firmly, right? Right then, you were really cool. Even then, I was so embarrassed that I couldn't properly express my gratitude. I had my hand down on Shion's head and ruffled her hair roughly, like how I would to Rina and the others. When I did that, Shion, like Rina, would have spaced out and blushed slightly. You don't have to think about it too hard. I should have just given it back to you then. If I did that then, everyone would have had a good laugh. Shion didn't respond. She turned red like she was trying to hold back laughter and tears. I'll buy it for you right now then. Wait right here. I'll go with you. Saying that, she grabbed onto my arm once again. She wasn't trying to be Sonic anymore. I think I know why my sister likes you. Hey, is it alright if I start to like you a bit too, Kichan? The infamous situation made my head start to spin. Whoa, what am I doing? I reached my limit. Smiling wearily, trying to hide my embarrassment, I dragged Shion right into the store with me. Oh, the music cut out. Excuse me, I want to buy that doll in the dress that's in the window. After a moment, I heard a voice of acknowledgement and an apron-clad employee soon appeared. Chi-chan? And why are you here? This has nothing to do with you. Oh, the game tricked me into thinking they're the same person. I see. I'm on a date with Ki-chan right now. What? Why is Ki-chan? Even if you ask me, I'd like to know the answer myself. Mia looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise, but that was the same with me. If she was here, then who was next to me? I said it right from the beginning. I'm Shion Shinozaki, my sister's younger twin. Ki-chan, you even called me Shion, didn't you? Shion saying that patted cutely. What is going on? Tell me, Shion. Not much, I was just wondering what kind of person this Ki-chan you were so infatuated with was, so I happened to give him a little ticket to the dessert fiesta. Then, when I was being bothered by all sorts of troublesome customers, Ki-chan callously appeared and saved me by kicking them all on the curb or something like that. What? Both Mion and I raised our voice, pathetically expressing our confusion to the utmost. Mion, you phoned me yesterday, right? I didn't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I delivered that bento for you, didn't I, Ki-chan? That was me, right? Or was it my sister? The person known as Mion Shinozaki put together a bento and bravely went to the boy's house to deliver it, maybe. Oh, you're a lot bolder than you look, sis. With a loud pop, a trail of smoke began to rise from Mion's head. No, I don't know. See, Ki-chan, my sister says she doesn't know. So everything up until yesterday was me, Shion Shinozaki. You may have thought it was my sister pretending to be me, but with this there's no doubt, right? I couldn't tell up from down at that moment. If there was a mirror around, I could have seen my eyes go wide from the shock. Now, little Miss Shopkeeper, did you ruffle with that doll by the window? It's the first present from the person I've come to love to make sure you tie it up nicely with a ribbon. Being completely flustered was cornered by a snide-faced Shion, and my brain stopped working. What? Wait, huh? Ki-chan? What is going on? Well, let's go, Ki-chan. It's already dark out, so I'll see you home. Sis, sorry, but could you phone the whole Akinomiya and tell them to send out a car? My van maybe a van that we can fit a bike into, please? In contrast to Shion, who had glee burn over her face, Mion was a cold shell and looked like she could burst in tears at any moment. Oh, Ki-chan, after that Mion grumblings were unreeling. Higurashi, will they cry? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the game tricked me. Especially with the whole entire ending thing, where we had all those flashbacks. It's been a while. It hasn't been a while. What hasn't been a while? Stop saying it's been a while. We've seen each other every day up until yesterday, haven't we? Whatever, if you say so, we'll go with that. Someone from Shion's house came to get me in a station wagon. I had initially refused, but Shion insisted, and so both my bicycle and I ended up getting stuffed into the car. Said car was currently driving across the single bumpiest road leading to Himizawa. For goodness sake, Shion was at the Mion's level at least. Maybe even a better actor. Either way, no matter what question I pressed her with, she'd slip out of most of them like an eel. Still, you two look so alike. If you tied up your hair like Mion does, you look exactly like her. Who knows? That's probably what would happen. We're identical twins though, through and throughout. In the past we could just change our clothes and nobody would be none the wiser. I remember swapping places at every opportunity and fooled a whole lot of people. The middle-aged driver wearing a black suit heaved a heavy sigh like he was a butler. What's wrong, Keisei? That was a pretty deep sigh. Excuse me. I was just thinking that you hadn't changed. You could see many years of hardship on the man's face through the rearview mirror. Anyway, Ki-chan, your house was around here, right? Casey doesn't know much about Himizawa aside from the road that goes to the Shinozaki main house. If you leave it to him, he'll take you all the way to Higurashi. I don't want that. Excuse me, could you stop at the narrow road at the next... Can you stop at the narrow road at the next right? I'll walk from there. He stopped the car at the desired place. The driver Keisei got my bike out of the truck for me. I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much for showing me around today. Was it Keiichi-san? Your name is that is. Yeah. You must be having various difficulties, but I believe she will try soon enough, so please enjoy things until then. He gave me a deep look of sympathy. This guy has definitely been dealing with the Shinozaki sisters ever since they were kids. However, like Mion-san, she's a kind person at heart, so that means she'll be as much of a bother as Mion, right? The man's face frozen in surprise. His reply last, hey, back me up here. Bye, Ki-chan, we'll see each other again soon. Die to my sister for me. Maybe I'll start going to Himazawa tomorrow. Don't you dare. You transfer in, I'll transfer out of the school in I'll transfer out to a school in Okinomiya. Wow, that's really mean, Ki-chan. A short beep of the horn. The man gave a little wave to me from the driver's seat, and the car withdrew into the dark night roads, leaving dust in his wake. Man, this entire day makes no sense. I ran into Mion while I was with Shion, and the performer's expression, like a pigeon shot with a pellet gun, had begun to make the strong impression on me. Alright then. Yeah. I guess that was it then. So bye bye.